We're in a time where there's been a meteoric rise of artificial intelligence over the past year, even since Dead Reckoning. And this film is such a coming together of so many of all the different themes and characters from the series. In particular, the entity and the anti-god, which, you give this amazing monologue in Mission Impossible 3 about that scared me to pieces.
The anti-god. It was like an accelerated mutator, a sort of, like an unstoppable force of destructive power that would just lay waste to everything, to buildings and parks and streets and children and ice cream parlors, So whenever I see like a rogue organization willing to spend this amount of money on a mystery tech, I always assume it's the anti-god.
Can you break down the connection between the entity and the anti-god and how that works?
Yeah, I mean, the entity was around in its nascent form a long time ago. It was a malicious code, basically, which it itself evolved into what we, are up against in Dead Reckoning and the Final Reckoning. And I love the idea that McHugh looked back into the past to see where things may have started, where the rumblings of the entity may have begun, and further back as well to obviously to when Bill Donlow was exiled to Alaska. He's so clever like that. McHugh really respects the legacy of these films. It's just a really smart way of tying up these 8 films in a bow.